Yo, so today I'm going to be making a piano melody kind of in the style of Rod Wave or Roddy Rich. So to start off with, I made these chords, and it's just the same method to get full chords. You put the bass note up and then make a triad, flip the top note down, and then I added some accent notes here, and I tried to keep it real open because I want to do like a crazy top line or something. So here's what the bass chord progression sounds like. So I think I'm going to switch out the piano to the mellow one. That one's really nice. Or the classical, yeah. I'm just gonna go through and try to click in a top line. I'm gonna try to keep this top line real open because I want to go in and add a second piano with maybe a little bit more reverb as like an accent or like a second top line to it. I think I put in the scale wrong. Hold on. So at the end of each 4 bars, I'm going to add these two little stabs just to create some movement into the next chord and kind of add some energy. And right there, I just selected both of the notes and then hit Alt Y to flip them. Just because I felt that like this is going down, so I wanted to go up and then down. Just like here it goes down and then up. I don't know, it just made sense in my brain. It probably doesn't make sense at all. So I think this melody's kind of done, like this part of it. So I'm gonna hit Control A and then Alt S to strum. Just to make it feel more human. And then I'm gonna hit Alt R and then I'm gonna adjust the pan just a little bit because I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere that on real pianos it pans to different sides, like lower notes go to one way. I don't even know. Then I'm gonna mess with the velocities too, and then I'm gonna hold Alt and then scroll down a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back into Omnisphere and I'm gonna grab like a softer piano, and then I'm gonna do like a little bit of a more complex top line on top of that. So I grabbed the softest one in Keyscape, and this is kind of my go-to for like top lines. I don't know, it's nice. And then I'm going to do the same Alt R, but I'm going to make it a little bit more drastic. That's not a word. I'm going to make it a little bit more prominent. I don't even know. But then I'm going to make it lower just so there's like a lot of ups and downs in it. So I like that, but I feel like it needs a little bit of low end. So I'm going to go into Boo Bass, which is a stock FL plugin, and I'm just going to turn the bass up like 2 little clicks. And that's what I usually do, and it turns out good. And then I'm going to try to make a bass line that sounds nice. So I think that's pretty nice, but you can't really hear it because I put the bottom notes of the chord down an octave here. So now I routed that to the mixer, so I'm just gonna cut out the lows so you can hear the bass. And I don't like this double step here, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Now I think I'm gonna add a Rhodes, probably the Lush Rhodes from Keyscape. It's my favorite, it's real smooth. So with that Rhodes, I'm just gonna copy the main chords by holding Control and dragging over them, and then doing Control C, and then going on to the piano roll with the Rhodes, and then doing Control V, so now they're here. And then I'm probably gonna add some high notes, and I'm also gonna take out the bass notes. Those were not the bass notes. Yeah, so all I really added was these like top chords, I guess. I don't really know what to call them, but I feel like it'll work well with this, because all that's there is these 2 notes. So the 2 Rhodes chords will hit here, and then those 2 notes will play, and then it'll go back into the normal chord progression. Yeah, so I really only think it needs some strings, so I'm gonna go into expand, and then I'm gonna grab maybe a violin. I like that preset, the violin solo, that one's pretty nice. Or I'm just gonna grab like the basic. Yeah, it should be fine. And then maybe throw some detune on it, so it sounds a little bit older. And how I got the velocity back up to the normal amount is you just hover over like that little circle, and then you hold Alt and then click, and it pops back up. So I think the last thing I'm gonna add is that little guitar thing that I did in the last video. I've been adding that a lot and I like the way it sounds. Yeah, so now I'm gonna mute my mic and mix it on my monitors just so I know the way it sounds on there. But I'll show you how I mixed it and how I arranged it at the end. Okay, so before I show you how I mixed this, I actually went back into the piano and I messed with this. It's a timbre or timbre, I don't even know. But I just moved it down a little bit. I'm pretty sure it slightly detunes it and slightly pitches it down, but it just gives it a cool feel. Like it just sounds a little bit different now, and I like that sound. So on the piano, I kept it real dry, just cut the lows. And then on the Rhodes, I added a reverb, and I messed with the delay on it, and I turned it up one little notch, and it just gives it a cool sound. Like the reverb doesn't kick in right away, it like punches in just a little bit after. I don't know, I've been doing that, and it sounds pretty cool. And then I added a imager, and I didn't like turn it all the way up, I just turned it up till it sounded good. And then I didn't do anything on the second top line melody. And then for the strings, I cut out like where there was just like white noise and it wasn't actually like the string instrument. And then I cut down some of the highs. And then I added some reverb and I messed with the decay a little bit. I turned it down. And then I added isotope vinyl. I did a 10% warp depth, which is pretty much just detune, and then 30% on the wear. It just made it sound a little bit more vintage, and I wanted it to be like a background thing, so I just put it all the way down. You can barely hear it. I didn't do anything with the guitar riff, and I didn't do anything with the bass, but it sounds really nice all together. So here it is. So now I'm going to arrange it. So I'm going to click split by channel. I'm going to go to the playlist, click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom, and then drag it over. And then I'm going to shift click all this, and I'm going to drag it over to 37 because I like to make my loops 33 bars long. And then I'm just going to have everything play individually. Just in case if someone doesn't like the way I arranged it, they still have all the stems there and they can arrange it themselves. Then I'm going to take the slicer tool, which is, if you press the C key, it'll pop over to that, and then P to go back to the pencil. And then I'm going to control drag to select everything, and then control B till I get it there. Then I'm going to take the bass out, and then just mess with it and see like what sounds good, what flows good together. Alright, so I think that's pretty good for an arrangement, real simple. So I'm going to right click and drag on the little like number bar thing here. And then I'm going to go back to the mixer, hit the record button, Alt R, and then record it, and then mess with the pitch. Alright, so I got that recorded.